Building out your application and application site are only step one in the process. Next step is going to be building out your decisioning process, and Element 451 makes that easier and more powerful than ever before. So taking a look here under the applications that have been submitted, you'll see that we are now in the decisioning process that is built out within Element 451. Taking a look at this application that was submitted, you'll be able to go into this view of the application. So it gives you an overview of a timeline for that application, so events that were created and things that were completed, and then the application and general application information, as well as a place to download a PDF version of that document, any documents that have been uploaded, a checklist of things that have been completed or yet to complete, criteria, the grading criteria we'll take a look at here in a second, any notes for that application, and then any packaging items like financial aid award letters or offer letters, so on and so forth, test scores, and finally GPA scores if those have been updated. So now we'll go into the actual application for a student, and this is where things get really cool and interesting. So anyone that is part of this decisioning process will be able to have access to this view of the application. And you'll see up here, you'll be able to go through and change the stage of the student, change their status, and you'll be able to look through the PDF printout of this application and not only just view it, but it's interactive, right? You can put notes on it. So right here next to address, you can see this address has been verified. So that's part of the decisioning process to verify the address. Once that's been done, you can put notes and markup, and it's easy as clicking, add note. You can change what it's pertaining to as far as the criteria items, and then type that note in, and that's saved on their application view as well. So you'll be able to see along the right-hand side just a general review of this student's application, what their GPA is. If you go ahead and click criteria, you'll see here, this is where people will go through and grade the criteria for this decisioning process in this application. And then last but not least, you'll see the checklist items. You'll be able to look through here and change the status of those if those are in. If they get submitted and uploaded by the student, those will update, and you'll be able to see the status of those as you come in to review these applications. So you can see here, if we have the high school transcripts just pending uploaded, you can go and switch that to completed right there. Or if, hey, we're not gonna need their college transcripts, we can go ahead and waive them because maybe they're not a transfer student and you don't need those because you know we're just getting the high school transcript. So this is the application view of the student that you can go through and make those criteria adjustments, grade them, check off items on their checklist, and just do a general review and change their status manually. But the power with Element 451 decisioning comes in whenever you talk about the intelligent admissions. Now, this is where you're going to go in and create automations to take the manual work away from the review process. So you'll be able to do things like, once a certain piece of the checklist is completed, automatically move a student to a next step. You can set up, if your school runs on an auto admit process, once they hit that certain criteria on their student profile, automatically admit them to the program. So this is really where it gets fun. It's really where we put the end user to mind here of, we want to take away a lot of the manual process of having to go in and do this to move this application along through the decisioning process. We want to put this automation in place that helps save you time and helps get the student their decisions even faster. We know decisioning can be a long process, but what we have here in the decisions module is very exciting, and we can't wait for you to see it.